live stream, and we just contacted the Google YouTube and the contact, and she's assisting, and I'm assisting another app to have overrided, since the information on the business UBI number is effective, and also the swipe fingerprint and also password and assessments hasn't been changed, is still effective and on use, and it's all in paid and expensive U.S. Bank, Chase Bank, and Open Bank paid in full on offenses, and it is active. We're going to redirect it and have run down in the Mid-Columbia Library at 101 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. We have a section. We have a non-fiction all truth with Lincoln Sandell, the Civil War of Washington D.C., and this is Kenneth by J. Winkle. And we got another area of non-fiction, of course. The Invisible Thread. This is the true story of 11-year-old panhandler, busy cell executive, unlikely meeting with destiny. We got Primates of the Dark Park Avenue. This is funny, moving and eroding, but this is a battle of hymns of a tiger mother. She happens to be a modern fuzzy moves, and she has zip codes and raised children in the Gettysburg's Address area here in the nonfiction area. And there is a Humans of New York by Brandon Sten. And this is another Times of Their Lives, Love by Death in Plymouth Colony. This is the Boston Colony Market. This is Making Hassle from Babylon, Mayflower Pilgrims of their whole world in history. And this is by Michael Wood, Patrick Colson, and John McClain. And this is Under Fire by Tamara Hall. And remember, the Trump White House changing the rules of the change, and that's by Ronald Kessler, best-selling author of First Family Detail, Facebook, YouTube. Time and Starting and Thinking by American of Age Descent and Edward Cluse. And that's Flag Etiquette, Blood Feud, and the Trump We Trust and Pharmacies. This is Trump We Trust. This is the War by Secret History of CIA and Bush Administration by Jay Risen, and this is the 1980s. And we get the 500 Days, 500 Days Secrets and Lies and the Terror Wars, and Kurt New York Times. Remember, this is kind of Things That Matter, 3 decades of passion, passionate politics. And then we got the Kickoff, and this is Kick Kennedy, and this is Charmed by Life, Tragedy, Death of Favorite Kennedy Daughter, Barbara Lemon, New York Times. Remember, we got some shots and exhibits in the administration office, and the campaign authorized in the highest arc. And we got the killing by Bill O'Reilly, killing Kennedy at the end of Camelot, of the Umbrella. The umbrella figure of Senator McCain and Mr. McCain and the McCain administration office. And that's Umbrella. And this is 1964, and this is 64 of the Beatles. And here's Invisible Bridge by Rick Pearson. And remember, this is Fall of Nixon and the Rise of Reagan. Rick Pearson, Invisible Bridge. That'd be Mrs. Ronald Reagan at San Luis Obispo County, San Luis Obispo, California. We got a ranch, Santa Barbara Ranch. The Moon Against the World, which is Tragedy of Richard Nixon by Tim Weiner. And this is the collaboration with New York Times, Boston Globe, Los Angeles Times, New York Times, Block and Review, and Daily Beast. redirect this since she was upset since the Google, YouTube, and series had to be override on the apps for the sensitive information on the swiping to be affected. This is Bob Woodward by the Last Presidency of Men. This is probably the last and only last one. These are the twins. They call it the twins, basically. They perfect identical. And there's Bill Riley killing Reagan, the violent assault that changed the presidency. And there's Mrs. Nancy Reagan coming to the cliffs here in Pismo Beach, and Pismo Beach residency also attached to the waterfront, beachfront resorts, and also the back pond area for the back resorts, and also the RVs and surfboards and RVs and ceratics for the equipment to be bulldozed and fill in the cracks for the fault line for Diablos and Bispo. We will most install the liquor isotopes in individual cases and bolts. These are conspiracy theories where Donald Trump's work crew, ironworkers, walked out on Donald Trump and moved to Washington State with IOB, and also Pacific Pride for building ships for Felix Barela, Gonzaga University, AMN Irrigation. And it's the administration office, and that's Chapa. Chapa Speaks, and this is Bill Penny by collaboration with new witness Carol Johns. That's Pismo Port for the Pismo Port. The book clears compelling. Billy Penny presents racial case amounts of its support of little known happened. Chapa, July of 1979. The writers in full of the book's careful research, technical detail, graphics, and lucid. Lucid means Euclid on division, labor ready, where they move and transport the information to a higher coverage area for crisis response. This is crisis character for the White House secret officer close first-hand experience with Hillary and Bill and Gary J. Burton. We'll redirect on the satellite, which they're trying to compromise. This is Nigel Hamilton, author J. Reckless Youth, and this is American Journey, Great Expectations. And this is a sophisticated background where he was in our backyard, all the time, since he had no military status, and he wasn't a military figure, and he don't have no military experience. The United States Air Force uniforms weren't there at Gonzaga. They had Mr. Bill Clinton sitting in my backyard. Out to Human George Stephanopoulos, and this is the Soul and Eugene for the White House, and it's honored by the Mung of the Lies and Touch, which is the head plot at 712 West on Kennewick, Washington, Henry Miller's office, and that's Eugene F. Pratt, and that's a grassy knoll. And that's 10 tours of Vietnam. That's McCain and J. Mueller Air Force and McCain Navy, and also the administration office George Bush, where they're shot down together. And that's the big conspiracy theory on the rafts. And Senator McCain has badge and uniform and administration office to make sure Mr. Donald and Melina and Abby Barela, and also Vox Trump, have authority on the conspiracy theory for more protection. And this is a once great city. This is the underground system for the Detroit story by David Martin's true story. This is wide still for entertainment news, and this is the Black Boom for entertainment. And this is the Ford Mustang with the retractable canvas top with a full-fledged connected to 83 Ford Mustang. 5-speed, the fastest Mustang on the planet, and also administration officers of Washington State Patrol Unit. Black Panther movement here is at the Green Bridge Monument, where they have Green Bridge Monument. Well, all the granite stones are smashed to the pieces and removed off on the equipment for the Ford Overturf Motors. That's Senator McCain's drop-off Overturf Motors. Let's see how I connected this again to download it. Submitted. This will be a test run.